What's going on, guys? This
I
is
haven't played
Riggs, and
first
thank you
person
so
in
much
so
for tuning
long.
in to this video. And by the way, before we jump into it, quickly, I just want to get out of the way. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching this video. For those of you that have hit the subscribe button, that leave the likes on the videos, and of course, most importantly, the comment section. My favorite thing about making videos is interacting with you guys, and one of the best ways to do that is from the comment section. So make sure you guys go ahead and drop a comment. I'll be sure to read it. I'll be sure to get back to you. And yeah, just thank you guys so much. I checked the analytics, and you guys are amazing for all the love and support you've been showing the channel as of late. So again, thank you. Cannot thank you enough. Now, what you'll notice, first of all, the first thing you're going to notice is something a little bit different than you're not used to seeing on the channel, and that is the perspective that we're in. Of course, that being first person. What we're going to talk about, we're going to talk a little bit about the game perspective and the dynamics and the differences. How much different FPP is truly than the classic third person, which in my opinion, and just look at the content on YouTube, the majority of the content you see is third person. So what we're going to dive into is what has happened to FPP? What is the crisis? Even my good friend, my dear friend, my dear grub Bushka, he often is talking about on his channel as well. He has a whole movement going on right now, which is make FPP great again. So we're going to talk about the crisis. We're going to talk about also, we're not just going to be complaining like we do in other videos. We're also going to be talking about what we can do to fix the problem. So number one, the majority of you watching this, I can say with all confidence, are probably more than likely the majority of your games you play are in third person. And the question is, why? Why is that? I made a video, I'll go ahead and link it down below. I made a video about a year ago, and it just hit, which is incredible. It's still in YouTube's algorithm. It's still being recommended, and that is the FPP versus TPP, the difference between the two perspectives. Again, the link to that video I'll leave down in the description. But it just hit 100,000 views. I cannot believe it. And back then, I even did a tally. I tallied up the comments because I asked everybody, which perspective do you like more? Again, this was over a year ago when I put this video out. When I tallied up everything, FPP actually won. The majority of people said the game mode they prefer is first person. Again, that was a year ago. If I did the same poll today, which is what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to down the comment section. I want you guys to tell me what game mode you prefer. Is it first person or is it third person? I'm really curious to see how the poll has changed. Will it be the same as it was a year ago? Or will it be much different? Because again, all the content you see on YouTube, 95% of it, I'd say, is going to be in third person. Now, looking back, not only through my videos, but many other people's videos, I mean, Powerbank, there's all kinds of YouTubers. For a while there, all we were playing was first person. That is it. When first person dropped, I'd say it dropped, I'd say maybe 2 to 3 months after the game was released. When first person came out, it was all the raid. That's all everybody played. Anybody who was anybody was playing first person. And again, the perspective itself is a much more aggressive play style. The whole you can't see me unless I can see you type of thing. I know a lot of people, when third person was the only game mode out, people complained of, and still to this day, they complain about camping. They complain about the snakes, which of course, nobody likes that. And we're not talking about being prone. Proning and snaking are two different things, but people complaining about snaking, and most importantly, the third person peeking. And so when first person was released into PUBG Mobile, that alone, that changed everything. That eliminated the snaking, the camping. For the most part, you can still get camped in first person. Don't say it's not possible. But it just is not as likely. People are not playing first person to camp or to snake or to rank, for that matter. People are playing it solely for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to be aggressive, to get those kills, to drop hot. Some first person players, and I'll be featuring many of them soon on the channel. Just wait for that. We have a lot of big things coming in the future. But a lot of people will drop hot. They will clear Pachinki, or they'll clear crates or clear Picado. If you can get a Miramar match, also something we'll talk about. And then they'll just nade themselves and go right back in. So it comes to a point to where people are just playing solely on first person to play aggressive, to be up in your face. No one cares about rank. You die, it's okay. You go ahead, you load up the next game, and you get right back into it. Now, what happened to first person? How did we go from it being the hottest game, the hottest perspective, to where if you wanted to play TPP, you get kicked out of the squad, and then they go ahead and bring someone else in who wants to play first person? How did it go from that to what we have now? The biggest thing and the biggest transition that I noticed, and again, I'm curious to know what your guys' comments are. I'm really interested in diving into the comment section in this particular video. But it's when the first star challenge dropped. If you guys remember that, the very, very first star challenge is where I think there was a shift. Because PUBG, of course, was battling with Fortnite, which is, of course, a third-person only game. So they wanted to appeal more to that audience. They wanted those gamers to come to PUBG. So they had the first PUBG Mobile sponsored video, if you will, which was actually sponsored by, I believe it was actually Samsung Galaxy Note 8. Maybe it was Note 9 back then. But it was a third-person only perspective game mode. So a lot of people that wanted to participate in this huge tournament, I don't even remember the prize pool. Maybe it was $500,000. I don't remember. It was huge, though, for that time. So a lot of FPP players had to start playing third person and had to get used to that game mode. And I remember a lot of people, I was also talking to my good buddy, Cleric Dragoon. He also, I remember he was playing first person only. And when the Star Challenge happened, because I know he got invited to it and he made it to LA, and he actually made a comment to me, I remember it clear as day, where he said, this Star Challenge has kind of gotten me back into playing third person again. I think what he had said went along with a lot of people, myself included. For a while, I was exclusively only playing first person on this channel. For some of you watching this, you'll already know that, but for the majority of you who are new to the channel, might not actually know that. And I would say the biggest problem, so not only has PUBG only been sponsoring third person, we also have the what was even bigger than the Star Challenge was the Club Open, also a third person only gaming mode. So that was in the Club Open, and then it was also in the Club Open's the Spring Split, and it's only been in third person, no first person at all. The only first person competitions that you're seeing are those that are sponsored outside of PUBG. They're not PUBG themselves sponsoring it. For example, like the ESL, that's a first person only competition, a huge one where they're flying out these competitive players. But outside of that, the first fix has to come from PUBG or from Tencent themselves, starting to promote tournaments in first person. I guarantee you, if they put out a tournament and they slap $1 million on it and say this is going to be a first person only tournament, best believe so many more people are going to start playing first person just by doing that alone. Money talks, you guys. It's just how it is. Whether you agree with it or not, this is the world that we live in. So that alone would change everything. And by doing that, that is going to fix the next thing I alluded to a little earlier, the little foreshadowing that we did, which was not being able to find matches. And the reason why we're not able to find matches is because not as many people are playing the game mode. The FPP community compared to the third-person community cannot be compared as far as volume. You can be an ace, you can be in Cougar in third person, and you can click start and you'll instantly find a match. Sometimes it doesn't even take a second. It's you click and bam, you're in. I'm like in Platinum 5, I want to say, when I'm making this video. I think I'm in Platinum 5. I think I just got to Platinum in first person. I played maybe 25 matches or so this season. And sometimes I have to wait 5 minutes to find a match. 5 minutes. That is insane. So it's almost like its own worst enemy. I feel as though some people want to play FPP, but a lot of people don't like sitting around waiting for matches. And another big issue that a lot of people are noticing is, again, like I mentioned, the FPP community being so small. In order for you to get a match, you end up getting matched. Like, again, me being, say I'm in gold 3. I was dying, and I would go ahead and I'd look at, just to see who the person was who killed me. I'd spectate them, and they're in Ace, or some people are in Conquer already, or Crown. In third person, you do not run, you do not seem to find that problem as much in third person. Because the pool is so big to draw from, you're not gonna be down in silver or gold and facing Conquer tier players in third person. Can it happen? Yes. Is it likely? No. In first person, that's the complete opposite. Again, the pool being so small, you can face anybody. They have to draw people from silver, from gold, platinum, diamond. They have to put all these people in the same lobbies in order to reduce the wait time. So what we're going to try to do, again, I don't know how, as far as how many people are going to find this video, how many people this video is going to reach. But what I do want to say, I want to challenge you guys. I want you guys to do like a first-person challenge. The challenge is, I want everybody watching this video, if you haven't, again, some of you watching this are already playing first person. So the people I'm talking to specifically are the third person only players that haven't even touched TPP or haven't even touched FPP this season. The challenge I have for you, do me the favor, play at least 20 matches. At least 20 matches of first person just to get a feel for it. I want to see, and then maybe come back, let me know, or maybe we'll do a follow-up. Maybe we'll do a follow-up video, maybe in a week, maybe in 2 weeks, but 20 games. I'm sure most of you guys watching this are hardcore gamers and can, bang those matches out without a problem. But just challenge yourself. Get your friends. Maybe multiple of you guys will see this video or share it with your friends and say, hey, let's do this. Let's see how it is. And I'm curious to see what you guys think, or will your opinions change of FPP? Will we be able to get some matches quicker than 5 minutes? It's very, very difficult getting into a Miramar match or Vikendi. So if you want to get into a match a little bit quicker, my recommendations would be Sonok or, of course, Erangel. And again, what's nice about FPP is you really don't have to worry about snaking. If you're snaking, you can't see the enemy. So you have to show yourself if you want to see somebody. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about the third person peeking, all that good stuff. I have been liking it. I just don't like the fact that I'm matching up against players that are much more experienced in first person. I'm not going against people that are like at my own level, if you will. It's a much different perspective. It's very fun, but very frustrating. Not only the wait times, but the people you're going up against. I mean, these guys, you're looking at them. They've played 300 matches in first person already. I'm sitting in gold 3. I've played 5 matches. So yeah, I want to see what the difference can be. Can we make an impact? Will your opinion change on first person after watching this video? I'm curious. I'm really curious to find out. Again, if you like the video, maybe you want to see some more first person on the channel, make sure you guys drop a like. And yeah, let's go ahead. We'll have some fun. So expect some first person content coming on the channel. And again, if you guys enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. But until the next video, you guys, this has been Riggs from Riggs Gaming.